when you were talking about partnerships, right?
Yeah.
Would you like to talk about give us few examples wherein Western Sydney University must have collaborated with a few universities or maybe the government or
Yeah,
industry,
sure.
in order
Sure.
to come up with some projects that might be quite interesting for the Indian students.
I think it starts with some work that has been going on for 10, 15 years out in Rajasthan, out of Udaipur, with we were a small agricultural university that had a lot of work here 30 years ago in Nadu and Rajasthan on systemic community development. So it was agriculturalists in Australia thinking about not just the reductive, we need to grow more crops, how do we do that, but the whole social cultural assemblage around that. So there's been some amazing work in there in managing aquifer recharge through village level intervention, a Marvi project. I'll put that link in there. And that is based on the idea, and it's not a new idea, it's participatory action research on working with locals and knowing that there's local knowledge, that we have scientific knowledge, and that we have development knowledge. And it was working with villages, with policymakers, with the community resource peoples and academics to work together collaboratively with villages on their diminishing groundwater. And that has laid the path for a very, very successful collaboration through the Australian India Water Centre. I think there's 16 or 17 Indian universities and equal maybe 10 Australian universities. I think that's been built up over 15, 20 years, and it's headed by a distinguished professor who is originally from Rajasthan. So I think that's a really nice example of a long-term co-developed partnership that has had meaningful impact for both sides. The other work is that there's an Australian India Institute that's been set up at a University of Melbourne, and that's done some excellent work in fostering academic exchanges, and that's a really sensible and smart way to start to learn together.